Hello, you legends. Hope you're all having a brilliant week, and I'm back with another beautiful video. Now, what we've got at the moment is a lot of stamina deals, and again, you saw yesterday I did about the battle pass. You're still probably going to be about the same benefits of I'd still say the battle pass is worth it if you get to the end than any of these deals, because then you're going to get loads with, of course, Melina. And she's obviously one of the most overpowered characters. So, I want to jump into today's video, let's get rid of the pen. And again, that's what I said, like £10, £5, £2. It's just ridiculous, the deals that I get at the moment. I think it's because they know that they desperately want to get all that last little bit of money out of me. I don't think this game's getting towards the end of its life or anything like that, but they are pushing deals heavily at the moment. I think this game still gets a decent amount of players, so we're still good. I always buy those when I see them, because that's really the only thing you really use diamonds for. So I wanted to come in today and take a cheeky little look at Lee and getting her upgraded even further and maxing out some of my characters, because of course at the moment what I've got is a lot of my characters and they're not maxed out. So I want to max out all of my main characters and kind of explain to you why I'm using them and give you basically a little bit of a very, very short and sturdy tier list of characters that I'm obsessed with characters that I love, and basically get your guys' opinions on your top fives. I like to try and do this type of video once a month, so I can see sort of everyone's changing opinions and everything. But yeah, I'm hyped, so let's jump straight into it. 41 million gold from there as well, collect all of my missions, and we're absolutely flying. Okay, so of course we're still going through. I haven't focused too much on going through this yet, but I will do. I've only missed one day, so I'm going to keep going through and getting as many as possible, and I probably will end up doing a level up spree on him. But yeah, for now we're all good. We're all good for now, and I think we can get him upgraded because he does sound like a very good character. Now, let's take a look at today's video. So, let's jump straight into my top 5 here. So, I might go over top 5, but I want to try and give you my top 5, and then I might give you 6 or 7, or just some extra additions. So these are characters which basically it's the top 5 tier list for versatile characters. And what I mean by that are characters that can physically do everything. So, let's take a look today and see. So of course, we're going to go off strong with Lee. Lee's phenomenal. So if I had to give, I'm not going to give them any particular order, but I'm just going to give you the top 5 which I recommend. And I'm going to try and incorporate a lot of different things here. So Lee, I generally think she's the best tank in the game. I'll give you a quick breakdown afterwards. Then Bolt, you'd be silly not to have Bolt. Zeus, of course. So that's a very, very easy top 3 there. If I had to have them in order, these 3 characters, I would say you could put these 3 on a team and basically win everything. So then we'll have a look at who else. So, and this is just my opinion. I'm not saying, do or die on these characters, but if you level up these characters, you will be able to go very, very far in the game. So then we've got Bolt, we've got Lee, and we've got Zeus. And of course, Zeus being very, very good. So now it's probably ideal that I do pick a healer. And I know I said top 5, but this is difficult because I need to point out that Ariel has been one of my favourite characters in the game for a very, very long time. She's one of my favourite healers. But that was until I was introduced into Joy. Joy is a phenomenal healer again, because she only focuses on healing. That's why I really like Ariel, because she's doing damage. But this is certainly my top 4. Now, of course, Ducky and Bunny, can I just put a love heart on them? Perry's very good. Kermit's very good. The Mayor's very good. I like the Mayor because of the speed up, plus he's kind of like a bit of an instant kill character as well. I've maxed him out anyway. And then I need to pick my top 5. I'm trying to give you my top 5 tier list. And I think for this one, yes, it's obvious to go for Chip and Dale for instant kill. But I think Chip and Dale, when they're not doing their instant kill move, they're quite weak. So I would have to knock Chip and Dale off. So I think the final character I'd have to go for, and this could be a bit of a random one actually, would probably be Patcher. I've had Patcher kill lots of people multiple times and basically win. So at the moment, these are my top 5. So I want to know what you guys' top 5 are, and I'm going to give you a very quick breakdown on why these characters are my top 5. So we're going to start off with Lee here. Now, Lee is very, very good for quite a lot of reasons, actually. So if we go into Lee. So the main reason I like Lee is because we've got this big heart move here, which is going to heal everyone, and then Panda Poof, which fires across and kills everyone, plus her special is an instant kill. So she's quite an instant kill character, which is obviously very, very good. So she's a bit of an instant kill character, Lee. And it really does kind of stick out when you use Big Heart here, which is going to heal your team, and then use Panda Poof, which flies through and kills everyone. So Lee does take definitely my top 3 at the moment. Easily top 3, Lee. I think she's a good character, good healer, good tank, good damage type character. She basically does it all. And I am slowly working on trying to get her up to yellow 20 as well. I want her to be the first character that I push over that mark to get to the next tier, basically. I think she's very, very good, and you'd be silly to sleep on her. She's a good character, and I think that everybody should work on upgrading her. I've got a battle badge upgrade as well. I've got her mods onto a good stage, and now I want to try and get her up to the highest level possible. So it's very, very good. I've got her to 335 as well, and I was started to go through her disc mission yesterday, as most of you know, because obviously I was explaining it to you when I was doing it. But I am starting to try and get her disc up to a high level as well. I think she's a very, very good character, and she certainly should be worked on. Now, with that being said, I want to focus on to my second character, and that was Bolt. Now, there's not much I need to say about Bolt. Everybody who's ever watched me will know that Bolt is one of my favourite characters. I've got all of this maxed out. He's very, very good. Now, there's basically one reason Bolt's good, and this was my build. I decided to use the mods to upgrade him to plus 80. So what happens here is Bolt's basic attack now deals bonus true damage, and he gains attack speed. So what I've done here is when he uses his normal laser, I mean, this is what I mean. Just look at this move, right? It already did millions of damage. Now what's happening is that we're actually able to add that much bonus damage on, which is ridiculous. So every single basic attack is doing that, and then he increases his attack speed, and he goes through everybody. If there was one thing I might change, it would be to drop a shield or an armor mod on him, because he does die quite quickly. That's definitely Bolt's weakness, but all of his moves are ridiculous. That basically triples the damage of his basic attack. His super bark, he can sometimes absolutely spam that, which more or less kills everybody straight away. Then we've got super jump here. Bolt jumps up, lands, that almost kills everyone. Because to be honest with you, these two moves here are more or less the same. So yeah, I think that's very, very good, and Bolt has to be in my top 3 as well. I know it's a top 5, but I want to do my top 3 first. And then after that, it's got to be Zeus. Now, I'm not going to go into Zeus in too much detail. I've done it a lot. But I did do his mod build here on fantastic crits. So when he uses his special, it basically kills everyone. So I got it to level 100. I actually got them, I got down to 120. Then I got his skill mods up. So basically it's skill and fantastic crit just to boost up that. And I like the lightning bolt bounce, so it does the more damage on his normal move where it chains, which is ridiculous. But the lightning storm is what it's all about here. So you can see here, let's max him out. So we got his lightning storm up 5 more levels. Lightning storm is the way to go. It's absolutely phenomenal. He starts the game, rains fun on everyone. Everyone's dead. That's by far the kind of only one move I recommend to use. Yes, all his other moves are good, but that really stands out, and you're really going to see him destroy the team. So I want to show you my top 3, a couple of arena battles, so I can kind of walk over them. So let's first, to be honest, I'm probably not actually going to defeat this team, but let's jump in and do it anyway, so you can take a look. Zeus, the enemy Zeus, is probably going to kill my entire team if Bolt doesn't. Let's just see what happens here. So my Zeus got a special out. Oh, he didn't get out first. Okay, that's a shame. If my Zeus had actually got a special out there, we would have seen a lot different. So the best way to count that is I'm going to put Joy on, I'm going to put Ian on. Let's just get some healers in, but their Zeus is probably going to kill my entire team again, I'm sure. Yeah, that's annoying. See, the Zeus, I mean, this kind of proves my point. the Zeus and Bolt combo. So the best way to actually counter Zeus is with Mary or someone who can do Hex, which I've never actually really worked on, so that's kind of a fault of my own, but that is one of the best ways to counter Zeus. So those are my top 3. Maybe I should pick a little bit of an easier one, but let's take Joy off, put on Chip and Dale, and then put Pocahontas on. I want to see Chip and Dale get that extra bit of damage in. Oh yeah, that enemy team is top. So that's my top 3. That was a really bad example, but that's my top 3 in action. They all died. I know you're going to be thinking, what is this guy doing? But those are my top 3 at the moment. So now we'll do top 4 and 5. Now, the next character I want to look at here is Ariel. Ariel's a fantastic healer, and I've buffed up her C music here, so when she applies a heal, increases her max HP for the rest of the wave. Look how much it increases it by. And I did a load of skill mods, which are increasing every single one of her moves. You can see the purple, that's the mods. So you can see everything's being increased. She's a fantastic healer, and her special also damages everybody, which means she's good at attack and good at healing. Not much more I can say about Ariel. I've always liked Ariel. She's very, very good. Now we go on to the 5th, who I said was Patcher. Now, Patcher's a bit of a hidden gem in my opinion. I've got a mod build on him as well, armor, health, and basic damage, and some crits. Because his special here, so he heals himself, which is fantastic, and then he just gets in the wheelbarrow, runs through everybody, everybody dies. That's kind of the one reason I'd say that Patcher is like an important character to work on. It's just the way he runs through everybody with a wheelbarrow and does huge amounts of damage. So that sums up my top 5 there. So if I look at that, and I do think it's very, very good, we've got a very, very good top 5. So obviously we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and Patcher 5. Now, if I had to give any honourable mentions here, which is what I was kind of considering, I'd do a instant kill honourable mention here for Chip and Dale. I'd do the ultimate buff on Pocahontas. Pocahontas and Zeus together are absolutely phenomenal. I'd have to give an honourable mention to Ducky and Bunny because Ducky and Bunny's top tier. Perry the Platypus's hat move and laser move is good, but I don't want to mention him. I got hyped up for Perry the Platypus, but I don't actually think he's that good. Joy, one of the best healers in the game. I'm working on a friendship disc at the moment, so I can start off with Stacks of Happiness, which is going to really build her up. The Mayor is a absolutely phenomenal healer, and Ian's probably one of the best Reflect characters. So there it is. There's my top 5. Lee, Ariel, Zeus, Bolt, and Patcher. Top 5. Love them both. I want to give an honourable mention to Darkwing as well. He's very, very overpowered. But those are my top 5. I had a lot of people asking me. That's my opinion of my top 5. You can easily get through every single mode with these characters. So I do recommend those characters. So comment down below your top 5 and I will react to them in tomorrow's video.